Welcome back to BattleLore 2nd Edition. We're all tied up at 6 victory points apiece. And I've been forgetting something. Oh man, one of the abilities that we have as the Uthuk. Once per turn during your lore step, you may spend a lore to move a friendly unit 1 hex. Well, I could have done that twice. I do have 2 lore right now. But I'm just going to not do it and try to remember to do it from now on. And also the Daqan have their special abilities. During your order step, you may order units in forest hexes as if they were in any section. Well, that didn't really take any effect so far. Well, it did when they had these victory points, but not going to worry about it, but we have to remember that as well. All right, up first, the Daqan, and they will be, of course, it's the main phase, and they have to play a command card, and they are going to be playing Onslaught. Order 3 infantry units. After your move step, each ordered infantry unit may move 1 hex. So it gives them a bonus movement, and they can order 3 units. And I think I can kind of see at least 2 units. We're going to order these archers here as one of the infantry. I'm going to order these archers here as another infantry, and can't quite see them. They're right on the edge. We have the Citadel Knights are going to be the 3rd infantry unit they're going to be ordering. All right, now going to do zooming down a bit. We're going to do the move step. Now remember, after your move step, each ordered infantry unit may move 1 hex. And I am going to, as Daqan, they have 6 lore tokens, and so they're going to spend 4 lore tokens now. They're also going to play a lore card. They are going to play Lightning Surge. Play after your order step. During this turn, friendly knight units may move through hexes occupied by enemy units. Each time a friendly knight unit moves through a hex occupied by an enemy unit, that turn stun the enemy unit. So that's pretty awesome. So we're actually going to go over to the right hand side for movement. That's where our Citadel Knights are. And they have the Knight keyword, the Citadel Guards, because they're infantry knight melee. So they're going to be able to stun a unit. Let's go down and get some moving happening. All right, well, this is a little risky for the Daqan because stunned units can't retreat. They take damage instead. So I guess the Daqan are trying to wipe out these units completely so that they can recapture this point. Maybe not on this turn, but in future turns, and be able to get rid of that unit altogether, which will weaken, of course, us, the Uthuk. So the Knights have a movement speed of 2, so they're going to move, basically, they're going to go 1, 2. So they moved through this unit, which is going to stun them. And now at the end of the movement phase, I'm going to do each one individually. Because of Onslaught, they get to move 1 more space, and they will move into the command tent location. And that is where they're going to end their movement. They will be able to attack. Now this unit can't counterattack because it's stunned, but it also cannot retreat. So they're going to hope to wipe them out and then advance, but we'll see if that's going to happen. All right, we're going to zoom out and we're going to move our the 2 Daqan archer units. The Daqan playing high risk. So these archer units, they get to move to 1, 2. They're moving here. Oh, hang on. They cannot move because they are beside. Oh, they are beside the beetle, which means they can't move. And so, but they have to activate this unit because we're trying to bump him off of the victory point marker. Oh, forgot about that. Our beetle has the immobilize ability, which means any infantry, I believe, and cavalry. Let's just check it out. Immobilize non-legend enemies. So anything that is adjacent can't move. Cannot move during your opponent's move step. So, sorry, not moving anywhere, but they will get to attack. Unfortunately, this guy, I think, is going to be able to counterattack. They will be able to, and that was a bad kind of plan. Maybe not all is lost. These archer units now are going to move. They're going to go 1, 2 to here. And at the end of the move step, they get to move one extra space. They're going to move up onto this hill. So they will get to attack. All right, I think we're going to do the attacks over here first. Up first will be these archers are going to fire at the beetle. Now they only get 2 dice, so that's not exactly the best. Of course, a bullseye would be a damage, and they're hoping for a flag to push him off of here. Then these archers can shoot at them without having any other repercussions. But let's see what happens. We're going to get out the dice tray. These guys are going to be rolling 2 dice, attacking the beetle. So let's see if we can get everything sort of in screen here. Yeah, we can. And okay, well, they didn't push them off the space, but they did do 1 damage, and of course the melee doesn't hit. Our beetle now is going to have a total of 3 damage. That's getting pretty nasty. Got to find the damage markers. 3 damage. It only has 5 health. 2 more damage, and it will be destroyed. And that's going to be the end of this archer unit's activation. Up next, I guess we may as well do this archer unit. They could get a reprisal from the beetle, though, which could be pretty nasty. Well, let's have them attack. They also get 2 dice to attack the beetle with. And what do they get? Well, they don't get much. They get a single sword, which does nothing for archer units, but they do collect 1 lore. And now for the pain. Our beetle gets a counter attack because it's still adjacent to the archers. Going to be rolling 3 dice. It has Devour, and wow, cool. All right, let's see what we can do as a counter attack. Let's hope we get a really good roll and just wipe out that archer unit. And what do we get as a counter attack? Well, wow, we get 2 damage. 2 archers are killed. That's good news for us. And we also gain a lore token, and that's basically what happens. So we didn't completely get rid of the archer unit, but our Doom Beetle is actually pretty damaged. Now that's going to take care of all the attacks, and over we go to the Citadel Knights and see what they can do with their attack. Alright, because these guys are stunned, they can't retreat and they cannot counterattack. However, our Knights here get 3 dice for their attack. I believe that's what happens. We could take a look at them. Citadel Guards, if they roll a double sword, they can cause a retreat. Well, it's going to be a damage anyway. They're really trying to get 3 damage, totally wiping out that unit, which will then they would then be able to advance and take out take that victory point marker. But let's see if they can do it. I'm going to be rolling 3 dice and see what they can get. And okay, oh man, that's unfortunate for them. Good for us. Ranged will do nothing. The retreat, they can't retreat. They're going to suffer a damage instead. That's what stunned does. And they get a single hit, so another damage. So unfortunately for the Daqan, and fortunately I guess for us, we still retain that victory point, but they did knock out 2 of our Flesh Ripper Brutes. Not the end of the world for us, but that's going to be the end of the turn for Daqan. So we're going to zoom out, and they're going to have their lore step. Okay, it looks like the Desperate Ploy with the Onslaught card for the Daqan did not pay off. They did not capture any more victory point markers, and they look like they're in a bit of trouble. So let's look. It's the victory point step. They gain victory points. While they do have the most units in the center versus Uthuk, that's going to get them 1 victory point, but they don't have any units on any other victory point markers on the board. They end up with only 1 victory point. So that's 7 victory points total for them. So things are looking good for the Uthuk. But it's now the draw step. They're going to draw another command card, which of course they will get to use, and we will not get to see what it is. And then it's the lore step for them, which means they can either get 2 lore, they can get a lore card, and a lore. They're going to get 1 lore token, taking them to a total of 4, and they're going to get another lore card. All right, that's going to be the end of the Daqan turn. Up next, Uthuk. Things looking pretty good for us. So let's have a move for the Uthuk player. All right, it's command step time for us, the Uthuk, and we're going to pull out our counter-attack card, which is play the copy the command card your opponent played last turn, which was Onslaught. Follow instructions of the card as though you played it, reversing any areas. Well, it doesn't matter. They played Onslaught, which is pretty awesome for us. So we're going to basically be copying the Onslaught card this time, which is pretty awesome stuff. Order 3 infantry units. After your move step, each ordered infantry unit may move 1 hex. Excellent. All right, which 3 infantry units are we going to order? That is the question. Well, the first one is going to be these Blood Sisters in the forest. And we are also going, I don't know. Yeah, I think we're going to order the Berserkers here. And I have to decide either the Blood Harvesters or the Blood Sisters on the other side of the board. We will decide here and come right back and decide which one to activate. All right, I've decided to order the Infantry Blood Sisters on the left-hand side of the board. All right, we've got our 3 ordered now. Now it is time to do movement. Now remember, they get to move their distance, which is 2. All my infantry units have movements of 2, and then they get a bonus move at the end of the move phase. So the Blood Sisters are going to go 1, 2 to here, and then they're going to move 1 more space to here. Or do we want to do that? Yeah, we're going to move them here, get them right up into the battle. They're going to be able to attack. The Berserkers now have a movement of 2, so they're going to go 1, 2. They also get a bonus movement. They're going to move up onto this hill as their extra move for Onslaught. They will be attacking because they're beside someone. And let's go to the other side of the board for the movement of our other Blood Sisters to see where they are going to go. All right, and our last unit to move is right here. Where do I want them to move? I don't. I think we're doing okay. I think these guys are going to move 1, 2 to here, and then they get to move 1 more space, and I think we're going to move them up onto this hill. They're kind of moving troops towards this left flank because their command tent is over there. The idea of possibly wiping out that command tent. All right, so all 3 of our units, I guess these guys are facing the wrong way. Oh, no, they're not. All 3 of our units are now going to be able to attack, so I'm going to kind of zoom down over here. And we're going to have the battles. All right, we're a little bit long range here, but I got to roll dice and everything. We're going to have the Berserkers attack first. They're going to be attacking the Riverwatch Riders. And they have the 1,000 cuts. If they roll the special die symbol, they cause a damage to the enemy unit adjacent to this unit. And they have deranged. Each time you perform a combat roll with this unit, you may re-roll a die. We have 2 attack dice. We'll get to re-roll one of them. So let's go ahead and do that. Attack. I'm going to be rolling 2 dice. And get the dice tray or dice tower back out here. And we'll see what we get for 2 dice. And we get a whole pile of lore. So we collect 2 lore. Which really doesn't do much for us except give us basically 2 more lore. So now we have a total of 5 lore, and I guess we didn't use Predator. No, we didn't use Predator this time. That's really the only amount of lore we could have used. But wow, that was a totally useless attack. And the unfortunate bit is, oh, we get to re-roll a die. We get to re-roll a die. Almost forgot that. So we're going to take back one of those lore. Almost forgot their ability. Jeez. All right, we're going to re-roll 1 die. So we had 2 lore. Whoops. And yeah. So we get the lore anyway, even with the re-roll. So we do now have a total of 5 lore. Wow, that was ineffective. So our Berserkers are busy gathering lore and not killing things like we wanted them to. Counterattack from the Riverwatch Riders. I do believe they get 3 dice. That's pretty nasty. Oh no, never mind. Riverwatch Riders. Flanking, add a die to each combat roll performed by other friendly units, so not them. Vigilant, enemy units cannot counter. Well, they are countering, they're not attacking. But they only get 2 dice to attack with. Let's see what the Riverwatch Riders do in reprisal to that feeble Berserker attack. They get the special symbol, and they also get a lore. So they're going to have now a total of 5 lore for the Daqan. And we have 5 lore as well. This special symbol on Riverwatch does nothing for them. So no damage happened on either side. Both sides collected a bunch of lore. Well, that was not very good. And I think the Daqan are contemplating using well, no, they are not going to utilize any of their lore cards. They had one they were thinking about, but they're not going to play it. Blood Sisters now. What can our Blood Sisters do? Well, they can do lots of stuff. They can do Siphon if the target unit has suffered 1 or more damage. Recover 1 health. Well, that can happen for this one, but they don't have any health damage. And they have Blood Magic. If they roll that symbol, bleed a non-bleeding friendly unit within 2 hexes of this unit. They could use the Berserkers for that to cause 1 damage to the target unit. Bleeding units roll 1 fewer die during combat rolls. When a player orders a bleeding unit, he may spend 2 lore to remove the bleed marker from that unit's hex. They roll 3 dice on the attack, so we might as well do this Blood Sister attack against these Riverwatch Riders. Let's see what they get. Let's roll the dice, and we'll worry about the results after the roll. So Blood Sisters attack, and what do they get? They get, well, they get a ranged hit, so that's going to kill one of the Riverwatch Riders. So that's good. They get a sword symbol, which is not going to do them any good. And they get the Siphon, which of course does them no good because they're not damaged. If the target unit has suffered 1 or more damage, remove or recover 1 health. Well, we could recover health, but they're not damaged anyway, so that's not going to have any effect. All right, that's the first Blood Sisters attack. Second Blood Sisters attack are going to attack the Citadel Lancers. They are also going to be rolling 3 dice, and let's see what they can do against the Lancers. And they get 1 ranged hit. So the Lancers are now a weak unit, so that may help us out. We're whittling down the Daqan forces and not doing too bad of a job. And I think we're doing pretty well. So that's the end of our attacking step. And we're going to be going into the upkeep phase. So let's just zoom out, wide angle, and do the upkeep phase for the Uthuk. All right, upkeep phase. Well, maybe I can get most things on the board. First thing we're going to look at is victory points. And I forgot once. Oh no, I haven't forgotten. I got to remember the lore step. We can move units 1 space, and I do want to do that this time. All right, victory point step. Let's take a look at the card here. Gain a victory point unless enemy units occupy either of the blood hexes. That's not happening. That's 1 victory point for us. The Beetle sitting on another victory point marker, 2 victory points. Our Grotesque are sitting another victory point marker, 3 victory points, and we still have the Flesh Ripper Brute stunned sitting on that victory point marker. We get another 4 victory points. That is going to take us to a total of 10 victory points, which is screaming us into the lead, which is absolutely excellent, what we want. So right on, so we're at 10 victory points. On our way to 16. So if we can maintain this, would be good, but I have a funny feeling that is not gonna happen. All right, we are now into the lore step, or no, the draw step. Sorry, we have to draw a command card. So we draw a command card, we get BattleLore. This is an awesome card. So if we want to look at our command cards now, so we kind of refresh, remember we have Patrol left, Attack left, Clash of Steel, which is 3 units adjacent enemy units, and they can't counter, but BattleLore. Awesome stuff. Those are our command cards. We have 5 lore. Now we're into the lore step. And let's not forget, as I keep forgetting, Once per turn during your lore step, you may spend 1 lore to move 1 friendly unit 1 hex. We are going to do that. We're going to spend a lore this time, and we're going to take our obscene units. We're going to have them march 1 forward towards the enemy flank on the left. Good stuff. All right, and now we get a choice. We can collect 2 lore. These are our lore cards. We have Rapid Growth, play after your opponent's move step, Distraction, and Predator. So we have some pretty good cards. We have 4 lore, so we could just gather 2 lore, be able to play Rapid Growth. I think we're going to do that. We're just going to collect 2 lore, taking us to a total of 6. So that's going to give us a few options. And that's going to end this episode for today. So recapping again, I think we're doing pretty good as the Uthuk. We are beating down the Daqan forces. We've captured a lot of victory points over the first 3 turns for both of us. So the point total right now, the Daqan have 7 victory points. We, the Uthuk, now have 10 victory points. First one to 16 at the end of 2 full rounds, like everyone gets a turn, will be the winner. And so far it's looking good for us, but I have a feeling the Daqan are going to about face and beat on us big time in the next episode, capturing back some of those victory point spots. So I don't know. The game looks like it's tilting towards Uthuk, but you never know in this game. It's going to be a pretty close one, I think. So thanks so much for watching along. This is BattleLore 2nd Edition. We're using all the expansion units, and the expansions, of course, are Warband of Scorn for the Uthuk and the Hernfar Guardians for the Daqan. So thanks so much for your comments, your subscriptions, your likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation of BattleLore 2nd Edition using the expansions.